Ngemuva kweminyaka engama-30 lelizwe libusa ngohulumeni wentando yeningi abantu bacaswa ngokwebala. And this is a concern, Mbukeli, especially looking at the fact that our constitution makes provision for equality. Uhulumeni wezwe ngemuva kobandlululo wazama ukuqeda leli chilo ngokusebenzisa inqubomgomo yokunikezwa amandla ezomnotho kwabansundu. Kwashaywa imithetho eminingana emisha nje efana ne-Employment Equity Act kanye ne-Broad-Based Black Empowerment Act. Now, yize kunjalo ke Mbukeli, izwe liyaqhubeka nokubhekana nezigameko zokucwasa. Namuhla sibheka ukuthi izwe selihambe igxathu elingakanani Mbukeli ukuqeda lesi sihlava sokucwaswa ngokwebala. Asekubingelele sikwamukela ohlelweni asikhulume Let's Talk. Igama lami ngingubongiwe uMakhumalo waKwaZwane. Khumbula ke Mbukeli ungaba ingxenye lolu hlelo ngokuxhumana nathi einkundleni zethu zokuxhumana, our X handle @SABC Zindaba, ku Facebook ke ikhasi lethu uSABC Zindaba. Ukuze kubelula ke Mbukeli sicela uqale #asikhulume #SABC News bese ke ubhala umbuzo noma umbono wakho. Asikhulume. Mbukeli, isigameko sokucwasa ngokwebala ePretoria Girls High sibe undaba mlonyeni kumasonto ambalwa adlule nje. It's believed that there were disturbing discussions about black learners by their white counterparts on a WhatsApp group. Lesenzo siqubule umsindo saphinde saveza ukuthi luselude ukhalo Mbukeli okumele luhanjwe ukubhekana nalenkinga, kodwa ngaphambi kokuthi siqale ingxoxo yethu ake sizwe ukuthi abantu emphakathini bathini ngalolu daba.
We are not transparent as yet because we still discriminate, even in laws, even in police. Some police cater for people of certain color more than the other color. Ziningi man, my interest rate bank, considering the fact that they don't apply the same. More especially in Makulele Township, you come across someone who is risk because we are exposed to, I don't know, stigma says we are criminal zone. But niggas at the high interest rates compared to what and most of what dominate Masaba, Abantaba certain car.
It's only in us as citizens because some us we have the power to vote. As we are voting, I don't know how ANC is, but then we always give ANC power. And ANC has been actually doing nothing with racism, which is there are parties which are like EFF who actually give promise that they can fight such things. So what I can see, like, it's all in us.
I think racism, it won't end, according to my view. Because as if you can see, there are people who don't want to accept like South Africa, we've been oppressed for the past 340 years. And some of the people, they look themselves as superior than others. So to me, I accept it.
I think that racism 30 years into democracy is still very much there. Although it's not as bad as it was like before, apartheid ended. We still see it in the little things, the socio-economic diversity in South Africa. Like how you have Santon and Alex right next to each other. That's literally it. The system still favors white people very much so. Yeah.
And what is your take on that? I think my take is that racism has never been, like she said, it has just become very quiet and very subtle. But also racism, the term being racist, right? I also believe that is very weird in the sense that when a Caucasian person says or does certain things that is considered to be racist, but when a black person, for instance, might come out and say, oh, I'm not going to do ABC, that's white people things, it's not considered racist because then they said that the economic status of those people also comes in and all of that, right? So I don't know, it's a very touchy and tricky topic, but I do believe that racism still is alive and still exists.
Mbukeli ukungena sigxile esihlokweni sethu sanamuhla njengamanje samukela isivakashi sethu Wisani Baloyi, who is the acting communications coordinator at the Human Rights Commission. Wisani, siyabonga kakhulu ngesikhathi sakho namhlanje sikwamukela ohlelweni asikhulume. 30 years into our democracy sisakhuluma ngendaba ye racism eMzantsi Afrika. Kuniphatha kanjani lokho ni Human Rights Commission?
Sanibonani Makhumalo, and good morning to your listeners. Indeed, it is disheartening to note that 30 years on, the country still grapples with issues of racism. And then also, in our highest complaints, equality race complaints since 2017 still remain one of the complaints that are lodged with the Commission, the top 5 in that regard. Each year, the Commission deals with a number of cases that will be in the media, and those that are in the media that involve the issue of racism, the issue of unequal access to education, unequal access to pay, segregation of places according to apartheid, special discrepancies are there. And also to note that inequality remains one of the highest in the world. And this is not just a statement, but you've got people who are living on abject poverty, which affect those who were previously disadvantaged, that they continue to live in this type of challenges.
Is it because we're not having honest conversations 30 years on? Or is there something else at play here that's seeing us not able to get over this hurdle of racism?
Conversations have been held. A number of efforts have been made. The National Plan of Actions to Combat Racism and Unfair Discrimination has been there. The issue of equality laws have been there. But you can see that there's a need to intensify the issue of education to ensure that even from primary school level, there's some extent of knowledge about what human rights are and then how issues of racism must be tackled. Because if racism are tackled according to racial lines, you would see that on social media, for example, when there's an issue of hate or racism, people respond to it according to their racial lines, which doesn't assist with the country. Hence, the Commission, following the 2021 July unrest, started a social harmony national effort because it showed the high levels of disappearances, and also the fact that people were in same line in addressing the issues of harmony within the country, but also the fact that the Commission has instituted a Section 11 committee to ensure that it addresses the issue of anti-racism, it addresses the issue of national cohesion, which are the key issues that continue to affect people on a daily level. Because you would see in education, there are allegations of racism. The Commission continues to get complaints of racism. This is a challenge that must be addressed, but the main issue is that there's an issue of inequality, which, if it's not addressed, it continue to perpetuate these issues of race, which continue to divide the country.
And we talk about issues around school, for example. We're seeing at Pinelands, where we saw that black learners were put in a cage, and there was some kind of an auction that was taking place there. And then at the same time, there's Pretoria Girls High, where there's claims of racism. Where does the Commission stand on these issues?
The Commission, following these incidences, issued a statement with clear direction on the stand that is taking. We indicated our concern that 30 years on, we've got this issue of racism, but more concerning was that the allegations are within the schooling system, a place where, when you look into the issues of learners, for example, these are the people who were not there during the apartheid system, and for them, or for the allegations to be taking place within the schooling system is quite concerning, but also indicated that our provincial offices in the Western Cape as well as Gauteng, they are dealing with these issues. For example, the 2 complaints in the Western Cape, we have lodged complaint, they are being investigated. The one in Gauteng, the provincial office is monitoring the investigative process that is being undertaken by the Gauteng Department of Education to ensure that indeed, because these are concerning issues, to ensure that there's monitoring of what is taking place with the view to intervene. So indeed, as the Commission, we are aware of these cases, but like I've indicated, we have constituted a Section 11 committee, which are experts who will assist the Commission to ensure that we address issues of racism, and then we'll come up with measures that will assist us to take it a step further, because the Commission would investigate a particular complaint, will have sensitive training to ensure that the people who have been implicated are aware of what does racism affect the people. But the truth is that year on, year out, we continue to have these challenges of racism, which require then the country at large to have an intervention whereby racism must not be addressed according to racial line, but to every person, whenever there's a racist or allegation of racism, people must stand up and say, not in my name. We are not promoting this and we are against this. And when we move into that, that's when we'll be able to address this issue of racism.
I'm going to ask us when we come back from the break, Wisani, to talk to someone who says, when is it racism and when is it simply an uncomfortable discussion, and how do they begin to approach, you know, the Commission? Then Mbugeli siyabuya khona manje nganyakazi. Mbukeli siphinde sikubingelele futhi sikwamukele ohlelweni asikhulume Let's Talk. Sisahleli naso isihambeli sethu uWisani Baloyi, who is the Acting Communications Coordinator at the Human Rights Commission. Wisani, before the break, we were talking about, you know, the issue of racism. Kodwa abanye abantu baye bathi, but I'm not being racist. In fact, I'm asking an uncomfortable question to say, why does Wisani get to benefit and Bongiwe doesn't get to benefit as much as they are, you know, of different racial lines? But when does it become racism? Let's arm the viewers with information. When can I then come to the Human Rights Commission and say, this is a complaint I have of racism?
Indeed, there is freedom of expression that is allowed in terms of the Constitution. But when people utter words that are meant to hurt, words like using the K word, for example, everyone will be able to know that those words are being used intentionally to ensure that they inflict harm on the subject matter. And then we've had a number of them. And the beautiful thing about it is that, Bongiwe, you would see on social media, whenever this type of words are uttered, everyone will be up in arms. But just also to indicate that it's not only the Commission that deals with racism or issues of racism. There are equality courts that are available throughout the country. If a person goes to magistrate courts, you are able to lodge complaint, and this doesn't require a lawyer or anything. And the Equality Court will be able to defend your rights in terms of the promotion of equality and the Prevention of Unfair Discrimination Act. And it will be necessary for the country to be able to be aware of this so that they are able to lodge complaint, but also to indicate that a person can lodge a complaint with the Human Rights Commission. They can lodge a complaint on the website, which you can even access it on your phone. And then it's easier to be able to indicate the allegations. The Commission would assess the allegations itself and respond to you and inform you of the steps to be taken, because issues of race affect those that this type of words are perpetuated towards. And it's high time that as a country, looking at these incidents to happen year on, year out, that we are able to come out and address and denounce these issues of race. And there is a need to be able to intensify our work through to educate the public to be aware of what steps they can take when their rights are violated, but also the citizen can play a role in ensuring that they bring forward this act of utterances to the Commission or to the Equality Court itself, so that the country is able to deal with these issues. Because if we don't, will continue year on, year out, having one issue here, one issue there, and then the public will be up in arms. But after that, we go back to normal and not addressing the issue at hand.
And I suppose then, at the same time, it's important, like we've seen in the past, where serious sanctions are given to those who are violating, other people's rights or thus being labeled racist. That also goes a long way towards helping.
Punitive measures do assist to deter those who continue to utter this type of. But also, there's also a need to ensure that, because what had happened in the past, if you look into the track record of the Commission, we would have done investigative hearing in some instances, but you would have individual complaints that would be lodged, taken to Equality Court. Equality Court would state that probably pay a certain amount towards a certain either home or a place where it may be needed, and also take people to sensitive training. But when you look at it, you would have addressed issues at an individual level. But the challenge is that you continue to have racial utterances coming now and then, and people will be giving responses or why they uttered those type of words, saying that they didn't mean it and those type of things. But there's a need as a country to relook into this issue of racism, relook on the issue of inequality, because if you look into the issue of racism, it thrives on the fact that you've got high level of inequality in the country that continue to affect those who were previously discriminated. And it's high time that as a country we relook into this particular issue, because year in, year out, Human Rights Commission would be issuing statements denouncing this act of racism, but you would find that another incident would happen. So you can go back as far as the years, but you would have these issues that are taking place.
So, Wisani, pardon me, when then you talk about relooking, there's different roles that must be played here as well. I mean, you think about right now the Department of Education saying that it's again investigating the issue at Pretoria Girls High. A number of people saying, why investigate again? But there are questions to be asked here as to what becomes the role of teachers, the role of principals, the role of those within the school when such allegations then do pop up.
Yes, indeed. You look at the fact that schools have anti-racism policies. The question that needs to be asked is how are those policies being implemented? Are the teachers, is everyone aware of what the policies entails? Are people being trained on those type of policies? Because parents would take their kids to school, and it's the responsibility of the school itself to ensure that school learn in an environment that is conducive. And then in other instances, school must ensure that they have teachers and SGB and children who have been selected to be able to ensure that this policy are being monitored, are being implemented, rather than having a policy at hand which you only go back to the policy whenever you've got a violation, which create the challenge in some instances whereby you would ask yourself, why are these instances happening? If schools have got policies, if everyone should be aware of what to say and what not to say. So there's a need to ensure that we are also eagerly awaiting to see what the investigation by the DPE in terms of the Gauteng matter, but also the two matters that are in the Western Cape, to see how are the policies that are meant to address issues of racism being implemented. Practical work and the work in addressing this could assist the country in ensuring that we move into a situation where policies are not just created for the sake of conforming to what is supposed to be done, but they are implemented and ensure that they are monitored.
Okay, Wisani, when we come back from the break, I'd like us to take some Facebook comments and then finalize our discussion and look at the way forward. As you say, it's important for policies to speak to the current issues. Mbugel Satekwe Dol, Nganyagasa. Mbukeli siphinde sikubingelele sikwamukele ku-Asikhulume Let's Talk esigabeni sokugcina sohlelo. Njengoba sigoqa nje uhlelo lwethu namuhla, ake sibhunge ngey'nyathelo ey'dingekayo ukuqinisekisa ukuthi sakha umphakathi olinganayo ongenakho ukucwasa. Kepha ngaphambi kwalokho mbukeli, ake sibheke ukuthi wena uthi yiziphi iy'nyathelo ey'ngathathwa ukuze kwakhiwe umphakathi olinganayo ongenakho futhi ukucwaswa ngokwebala. Ake sicaphune imbono yenu ey'nkundleni zethu zokuxhumana uFacebook. Umongezi Zikalala uthi even nathi esicwaswayo siphinde sicwasane sodwa angeke isalungiseka nje lento. uDavid Nhlanhla uthi kusukela ngonyaka 1956 siyizwe laseNingizimu Afrika solo silwa nalenkinga. uGoliath saying ukuthi kuphume lo hulumeni osemandleni njengamanje. uBongani Ncube uthi angiyazi into ekhalisa abantu uma becwaswa ngokwebala ngoba nabo uqobo abalithandi ibala labo bazama ngocream ukulishintsha namhlanje bamhlophe qwa ebusweni iqiniso lisele ezandleni zabo. Okay, that's an interesting comment there, especially that final one. Ukuthi mhlawumbe ibala lethu silithanda, mina ngiyalithanda ke elami ibala. Kodwa let me come back to you, Wisani, as we're finalizing our discussion. Do we think, I mean, we often talk about social cohesion and what needs to be done and how we then become, you know, one society as South Africa that is going to go beyond the racial lines. But at the same time, you have people who say you can't not talk about issues of race and redress at the same time. So there's uncomfortable conversations that still need to be had 30 years on. As the Human Rights Commission, where do you fit yourselves into this discussion going forward?
Thank you so much. Just to start by the comment that has been made, I also love my skin color. But to indicate that as the Commission, like I've alluded to, we've grappled with the issue of race in terms of complaints that have been received, but also in addition to us having dealt with individual complaints, in addition to us going to places and educating the public about issues of equality, issues of race, we've done social harmony national effort, which is an effort that is meant to be creating spaces for debate, for discussion, to ensure that we address the issue of race and the issue of racism within the country, but also to indicate that as the Commission, we've had new administration that started in January. One of the aspect that we've been dealt with is to really look into how best do we make sure that we address the issue of racism. Hence, I indicated that we've got a Section 11 committee that has been created. The beautiful thing about this Section 11 committee is that it includes various experts from different walks of life who will assist the Commission in finding a lasting solution to be addressing the issue of race, because as you've rightfully indicated, year in, year out, we continue to be grappling with issues of race, but also to indicate that it's not the Commission only that can address this particular issue, but also as the public, the issue of citizenry comes to mind, that when you observe or when you see something of racism taking place, take action and ensure that you defend your rights, or you make sure that your rights are protected. There are institutions that have been created to ensure that those rights are protected, and it's at high time that all of us will play a critical role.
Wisani, thank you so much for your time. You know, a perfect way to end off there, a clarion call to everyone to ensure ukuthi la ukhona mbukeli uma ubona isigameko sokucwaswa ngokwebala noma ngabe isiphi isigameko sokucwaswa mbukeli khuluma ungathuli. That was isihambeli sethu mbukeli uWisani Baloyi, who is the Acting Communications Coordinator at the Human Rights Commission. Asibongela ukuthi nawe mbukeli uhlanganyele kanye nathi ohlelweni namhlanje. Sithemba ukuthi ufundile okuningi. Okakhumalo wakwazwani kanye nethimba leAsikhulume sithi mlale kahle.